You guys doing?
Yeah.
I wanna say that, I've done a lot of cool shit in my 22 years that I've lived. And I also wanted to say this is probably one of the coolest things that I've done in those 22 years, so thank you guys. I mean, this is like, individualizing a loser of epic proportion, so it's one thing to join some friends and have a dream, but it's another thing to materialize it and then have an audience to talk to about what you actually accomplished in your little time here on the earth, which we all know is just a flash in the pan. So what we're gonna do is he's gonna guide. I've never done this before, and he's gonna guide me through it. So
Yeah, Brent, just talk. Go.
Just roll with it.
Yeah, you're plugged in there. Oh, that's good. Well, just kick us off. I mean, let's make this, nice and personal and intimate. And I'm sure a lot of us are, familiar with, the Brent and the Mastodon days. But let's take it back to, at least kindergarten, maybe first grade. But tell us a little bit about your life growing up and kind of leading up to to the Atlanta days.
well, when I was a kid, I'm from Helena, Alabama, way out in the country, and they told me that if you play guitar, you got free beer. And this is not a joke. I'm not looking for laughs, but I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourselves. It is true. It is true. When I first started playing, I had a fucking nothing. What I knew when I was a kid. If you played music, you got booze. That's what I understood. That's what my father he installed that way. Yeah, these guys, they get all fucked up. They just play music. I'm like, that sounds pretty fun. I'm a little kid, I just couldn't believe it. I listened to my dad. What? Say it again. He goes, man, these guys. And he, this is in the 70s. He would use the word that we don't say. Go down there, just get all fucked up, just get, shit. Wow. Interpretation, let's do this. When I was a kid, I would hear this coming out of my dad's room. Stuff like really bluesy stuff, something kind of affected me. It moved me as a kid. I was like, man, what is it? It made me walk weird down the hallway. And then when that movie Forrest Gump came out, I was like, man, I get it. Elvis stayed at the hotel.
Look, man. So obviously your father was very inspirational. With starting, playing music. What age were you when you picked up the guitar?
It was a push and shove movement that began at a very early age of about 5 years old, and I saw Eric Clapton on the TV, and I said to my mother, I said, why is he on TV? And then my mom said, well, because he's Eric Clapton. I said, well, who's Eric Clapton? She goes, well, he's a famous guitar player. Famous guitar players, they do whatever they want to do. I said, well, Mom, I think I want a guitar. She's like, you're 5, you don't know anything. Last time I bought you a guitar, you put it in, last time I do anything for you, you put it in the closet, you forget about it. She never bought me a guitar, I said, Mom, this is different. You didn't say when we saw Godzilla last week on TV that he was destroying Tokyo, and you didn't say nothing about him doing anything he wanted to do. He said he was doing that because he was persecuted and he was meant to, he's restoring the balance of the universe. You're trying to find some common ground with your mom, because this is your if you nowadays, when your bank card goes out, that's like your mom stopping on you. When you're a kid, your mom had your allowance, you had your food, And even before that, she had your titty, which is gross and fucking disgusting. I can't believe I ever sucked my mom's titty. I was fucking just like, what the fuck was I thinking? But I couldn't think. I was a little baby. I had no brain. Like her titty milk made my brain want to play guitar. So, thank God, you know, one thing. Being from Alabama, there was a lot of segregation, horrible racism and stuff, but man, it made you want to play, you wanted to delve in the dark side. You always wanted to play the forbidden fruit chords and the momentum of that music, you know. I think that's why any man stands with a guitar is because a black man stood first with one.
Well, tell us about life about Alabama. When did you head to Georgia?
Well, there wasn't much. Really wasn't much of nothing in Alabama. There was, you know, we lived rurally, and there was nothing. I had my uncle played banjo. Not even my blood uncle. He's like a distant uncle that kind of showed me some banjo moves when I was a kid. And then, you know, I mean, as soon as you hit like a dick hair stage, you're out. You know, I mean, you can't hang. So, you know, you steal grandma's car and you go to town. You know, like any other 9-year-old.
Well, man, let's kick it up a notch. Let's talk about the early days of Mastodon and kind of, you know, tell us about the formation of that and yeah, how that got all kicked off.
Well, I was working at this place called Junkman's Daughter. And I was playing in a band called 4 Hour Fogger. And I lived in my van in the parking lot with my dog, Melvin. And if I was late, I was never late for work. There's, hey, Brent, come on. Yeah. So, and, you know, whatever. Years push by, dreads grow longer. Fucking Bill walks in. And I'm like, hey, you know, he came off tour with Today's the Day with Neurosis was my favorite band. It still is, and it was then. And then I said, that guy went on tour with my favorite band. I gotta beat that guy, you know. Natural monkey see, monkey do. Hey man, you know, what's up? I don't know, what's up with you? So you're like, you know, hey man, you know, like I love Neurosis. You break the ice with your favorite, your common, you know, common likes, and hey, I like that, you like that. And so, you know them? Oh my God, we want to tour with them? Oh my God, it's like fucking fake an orgasm for him. And then you just say, you know, look, I mean, let's get together after work, you know. You've been doing hard security all day looking for shoplifters while you're stoned. It was a hard job. So me and Bill found a common bond in guitar playing. And after work, 7 p.m., 10 to 7 was the work hours, but I was confused about that. It was 10 to 7 when we were talking about that. 7 p.m., 10 a.m. So anywho, like Bill was like, man, you know, he don't like this. He don't like Today's the Day. He don't like Steve Austin. I'm like, yeah, I love it. You guys sound great. He's like, yeah, but you know, I didn't get it. I was like, oh, wait, you mean you don't like it? It's great. And he's like, no, the guy's a dick. I'm like, what's that? I was like, what's that? I got a dick, but like, what's it like? I'm gonna try to talk to that. I don't understand. Like, I was so naive. I was like, it's a dick. Like, what's a dick? I want a dick. What's a fucking dick? I try one of those dicks. Talk to my dick about it. Talk to my friend's dick. You're gonna see a dick. That's not a dick. That guy's a dick. But So, you know, anyway, so we went to jam. The first time we ever jammed, we went to my favorite place called Elmere, and they had, at the time, you guys might have heard about this drink. It came out in the 90s, and it was called Patron. Silver. Have you ever heard of it? Okay, when did they come out? The 90s, whatever. Shit came out. I mean, otherwise, before that, all us jackasses, all we had to shoot was Cuervo. You know? Like, yeah, I used to like tequila when I was in high school. The crazy motherfuckers drink tequila when you're in high school. That guy's got long hair, and he's got a tattoo, and he's only 50, and he drinks tequila. You know, like, when you grow up and tequila, you know, it make you throw up, black out on a date, and a fucking best friend's shoe, whatever, that's happened. And so, man, you know, and this is a required, refined tequila. They've got it right finally for us guys. They got our backs. You don't have to eat that fucking worm anymore. We can be cool without the worm. So, you know, we just drink the fuck out of tequila, and we get to our practice pad, which is, you know, the future Mastodon. You know, what do you got in mind, Brent? I'm like, man, you know what I'm thinking? Stuff like that. Just being creative, just being myself, really. And they were like, man, this guy's drunk. Braun started playing the drums like a goddamn motherfucker and human centipede. I don't know what the fuck is that? And eating shit on the drums. What the fuck is happening? He's got 18 fucking crashes at once. Wow, that was impressive. Are you okay? And then, you know, I mean, it was a spectacle. It was a spectacle that did not work out. But nonetheless, it was a spectacle that I remembered, and the next day the guitar player called me, Bill. I was like, man, you know, I talked to some guys, they said you used to work at this Mexican restaurant, like boiling beans and shit, like, you said you're pretty good. I'm like, yeah, I can boil the fuck out of some beans. He's like, no, on guitar. He's like, yeah, I can play the guitar too. That guitar, I'll boil that motherfucker too. So we did round 2. I came around, I played him a bunch of, if this guitar was in tune, I would demonstrate that, but if I had a proper instrument to demonstrate anything on, I would do that. But this one is out of tune, and I don't know if you want to take care of that, but at the same time, you know, meeting the right people at the right time, I think it is more than half the battle. It is 3/4 of the battle. The other quarter of the battle is putting in the time with one another and actually making it worth your while. Anything worth having is worth suffering for. Anything worth suffering for is worth embracing. And as you know, anything worth embracing is worth love.
Yeah.
Doing a good job, sir. Good job.
Thank you very much. Let's kick all of these glass cases again. The real guitars out here. And like, I'm also like one of those guys like, you know, I've been buying guitars my whole life. If you have to tune a guitar that costs over $4,000, I just get immediately mad. Do you guys feel me? I mean, I don't care how good you play guitar, or if you got a tune, that motherfucker should come with a butler.
Here.
In my case, it does.
I have no idea what you have that tuned in, but that's, I don't know, the shiny thing said it was okay.
This is probably the problem. It weighs, it's in the encyclopedia of nonsense.
That's to remind you how much you have to pay for that when you buy it.
All right. I mean, honestly, I'm not getting a vibe of like this is a great tone or anything. I'm thinking like the less I play this is the better to not. You know, it's like, I don't know. I've never worked with you before. This is Rory. We've never worked together before. Maybe I should have set the amp up. I'm pretty sure, but he didn't want me to be out here because, oh my God, I'm out here. We're out here turning knobs on it. Yeah, take the distortion off. It sounds really like just dry and soulless. That one gets some fun. There you go, buddy. Like where are you from again?
Same place you are.
I know, but like, why did you have the amp set that way?
That's the way I like it.
That's why you like it. Oh, okay. That's cool. What you got for me next there, Roy?
Let's talk about Orange.
Yeah, let's talk about it. What do you want to know about it?
Let's talk about, I guess, your feelings regarding being endorsed by us and, you know, what equipment you play, what you like about it, what you don't like about it.
Well, I guess I'll start at the beginning with Orange. I saw Black Sabbath play on TV when I was a kid, and I was like, they had the orange amps, like everyone saw that, right? Like we all saw the same fucking thing. Psychedelic shit, man. It's pretty cool. I want a fucking gold necklace now. My mom was like, when you want a gold necklace, like, oh, what's wrong? You're pretty cool. You never want to go to church with us on Sunday. He's like, this is why I don't want to go to church with you guys. I'm into this like sacramental human inward spiral, Mom. You don't get it. And I got my fucking gold necklace. I turned my motherfucking right upside down. And then I met Alex from Orange. And he asked me the same question. I told him the same story. He was just as mesmerized as everyone.
Alex is our artist relations marketing dude.
And then he said to me, you know, Brent, I get lonely. I was like, don't worry, man. There's always a meat sandwich around the corner. I said, what do you mean? I said, look, I was just reading this study on a really important grown person website that I will not say the name of, that if men don't eat meat together at least once a week, they'll die. He's like, that can't be true. He's like, I know it ain't true. Motherfucker, I'm kidding around with you. So that's just my way to get Orange to take me out for dinner. So whenever dinner, I say something for dinner, you know, take me out for dinner a couple times, not once, or 15 times really. And I convinced him to sparkle this guitar, was the hardest thing I had to. But the main thing was, they you know, they want to blow your skirt up about, you know, okay, I think it just so happens that Orange is, like I said earlier today, Orange's distributor is in Atlanta. I know I didn't say on the microphone, I said it backstage, but I am wearing a wire. I said it backstage. And I was saying, like, you know, like, this is like, you can't, you know, just avoid one another when you live in the same town. This guy works for Orange. He's an A&R, an artist relation guy for Orange Amps. I'm the lead guitar player for the band Mastodon. We go to the same bar. Tell me what we're going to talk about. What we talked about for years is he wants to make an amp. And I'm like, listen, man, if you want to make a fucking amp for me, you call it the Dirty Behinds. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna run it through the fucking corporate potato smashers and just fucking get up in there. I don't know what, I mean, let's do this. Like, I don't understand why it wouldn't get to the point. Why can't I see that it's funny? It's an English company. It's from England. They don't like potty humor, but all day long they're laughing about potty humor. I've been over there once. But man, wow! I just said that kind of blew my mind. So so there you go. And so I can't really divulge if that's going to work out for any of us, because they don't want any part of my potty humor. I think it's funny. Dirty behinds. I mean, you know, we all got a dirty behinds where you want to like say you don't or not. But my name, like my actual name is Brent Hinds, and then I just, you know, went inside my head, really started freaking out. I came out of it, I was sweating, and I had like green paint on my hands. What happened? Behinds. So I was like, okay, what's wrong with it? And like, someone's like, no, it's just your first initial and your last name.
So clean it up a little bit, Brennan. We might, maybe one day, you'll have your own signature.
Basically, when I get my shit together, they're gonna think about it.